Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me get everything all set up here. Have myself a cup of coffee. Well, I'm super excited about being here this morning. This is I normally do a morning live several times a week in my Facebook group, and I decided to move it over here and um, just see how you guys feel about a daily affirmation and journal prompt. And then I'm going to go live later to talk to you about some really cool challenges that I've been asked to be part of. And I'm going to invite you along on the journey. So I've got my affirmation and journal prompt pulled up here to share with you guys. Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning. How are you this morning? Of course, it's morning where I'm at. I don't know where you're coming in from. Where are you at in the world? For me, I'm in Georgia. I am a transformational coach and a hypnotist. Good morning, Dahlia. I think that's the way you say it. How are you this morning? Where are you coming from? Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. Nice to have you here. I don't know if you can hear me well. I got my little microphone out and stuck it on, and I'm not even sure that it's connected, but hey, hopefully it is. And if you're not following me already, I would love for you to give me a follow, tap the screen, give me some likes, some little hearts, some love, and maybe share this out. I'm going to start in just a moment. I've got an affirmation and a journal prompt that I'm going to share with you today. And I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to take these earpieces out. I'm hearing all this echoing. Good morning, Shelley Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you here. Linda Blake, good morning, good morning. And like I said, as you get here, thank you for the good morning, Shelley Lynn. If you're not following me already, go ahead and give me a follow. I'm working on getting 1,000 followers as quick as possible so I can get different little perks that you get in the different groups. And I'm not sure how to say that one. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Little boy, Tara Bass, Izzy, thank you, thank you. Gail joined. Got some people. Come on in, and as you get here, make sure you go ahead and yeah, thank you for the likes, Izzy. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Scented Love. Oh, I like that name. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, thank you. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Normally, I go live on Facebook and I share an affirmation and a journal prompt. So I'm coming over here for you guys to actually share this with you. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Good morning, Abigail. Good morning. Good morning. And anybody that's not following me, give me a follow and help me get to those 1,000 followers as quick as possible. And like I said, when I first got on here, my name is Vickie Pool, and I'm a master transformational coach and a hypnotist. And I'm just pouring out every day with you guys to share a little bit of my knowledge and maybe help you along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the affirmation for the morning. Now, these you can take and you can write them down and utilize them for yourself because by doing this every day, you're helping to rewire your brain. How did you go live on TikTok? Um, I'm not sure how to answer that. I just hit the live button. I'm not sure what you're asking, Abigail. But I was going live on, or if you're asking me if I'm doing it on Facebook and TikTok at the same time, no, I'm not. I tried to do that and it would not allow me to. It was like I couldn't do it. So I am actually not doing Facebook this morning. I came in here to work with you guys, and I invited some of my Facebook people to join me here. And then I'll just copy this and share it with my group. But there's supposed to be a way that you can do it because I was doing StreamYard, and so I would stream from StreamYard into my Facebook group, Instagram. Um, I tried TikTok, and I sometimes I did LinkedIn. Um, so there were several different places that I could stream, but it never was working out for TikTok. So work since I couldn't get that to work, I really wanted to get on here and share with you guys. All right, so to the affirmation, and what I always recommend is that you take this affirmation and you write it down. You put it on sticky notes, you put it on the screensaver on your phone, or you put it on the with a chalk marker on your mirror in your bathroom. That's one of the places that you go often, right? And then even put it on a piece of paper and stick it to your fridge, but put it somewhere that you're going to be seeing it throughout your day. And so our affirmation for this morning, and I suggest you write it down so that you can utilize it and really make some inner changes, right? So that some of it's very thought provoking. And I've got a list of, for a year and a half, a little over a year and a half, I was going live in my group on Facebook every single morning. And so I've got a lot of affirmations and journal prompts in my notes here that I've shared over the year and a half. I just recently took it to where I'm only doing it 3 times a week. And so I decided I wanted to come over here and share with you. So the affirmation for this morning is I welcome new beginnings with an open heart and release all beliefs that no longer serve my growth. I am free to rewrite my story. And one of the things that I'm always talking about is that the words I am are ultra powerful. Anything that comes after I am, you are claiming as truth. You are almost like you're bringing it down from the heavens. You're helping your subconscious mind start looking through the databanks and say, let me see how that can be true. And so you want to be very mindful of your I am statements. So one of the things that I recommend for a lot of my clients is that you don't change anything, but you start being aware. So you carry a notebook with you, and every time you say the words I am, hi, Anna White, thank you for joining. But anytime you say the words I am, write down what comes after it and start noticing, because a lot of times we're saying I am statements that don't serve us and we're not even aware of it in the moment. Like those, good morning, Donna, good morning. Some of those things, like when you feel tired and you start claiming it, I am tired. When it comes to the financial stuff, it's I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that, right? And we don't want to claim those things, right? So but we can't change things we don't know that are there. So start keeping a tally of your I am statements. As soon as you say one and you hear it come out of your mouth or you think it, you write it down so that you can start understanding a little bit more of what you're drawing to you as you claim something as I am, because your subconscious mind pops in and says, okay, she just said she's tired. She claimed I am tired. So let me look and see, how can I prove to her that she's tired? What can I have happen? And so it starts really going into a lot of searching the data banks of your memories. Also, it starts bringing things toward you that help you see how tired you are. And so we really want to be very mindful of our I am statements. And so with this statement, I welcome new beginnings with an open heart and release all beliefs that no longer serve my growth. I am free to rewrite my story. I'd love for you to just in this moment take a deep breath in and let it out, and just let that sink in, that this is your truth. You are capable of creating a new path forward no matter what's behind you. Think about that. You are capable of creating a brand new path forward, no matter what's behind you. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. Thank you for being here. And if you aren't following me already, give me a follow. My goal is to get 1,000 followers very quickly, and I'm nowhere near that, so you can help me out. I'm going to be coming on later today, and I will be sharing about a new challenge that I have been asked to be part of. And I'm not asking anything of you guys, but right now, if you would just follow me, share this out, tap the screen a little bit, give me some love. I would greatly appreciate it because that helps me to get to that following that I'm looking for. Good morning, Casey. Good morning, Carol. GCDC Tammy. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to have you here. Aloha? I don't know. Sorry if I mess up your name. Sorry if I mess up your name. I apologize. All right, so like I said, our affirmation is super powerful, and we want to make sure that we're utilizing that in our day, right? So the next part of this is our journal prompt. And what I always recommend is that you keep a journal, keep a notebook that you would put these in. Good morning, Christine. Good morning. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Thank you. And like I said a moment ago, if you guys aren't following me, or just give me a follow. Good morning. Give me a follow, tap the screen a little bit, give me some love, some likes, and then share this out to someone who would benefit. And who can't benefit from an amazing affirmation and journal prompt to get your day going, right? Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Chrissy girl, and I don't know how to say that one. Is it Shadiqua? Sarah, good morning, good morning. So, as I was saying, I recommend that you have a notebook or a journal that you dedicate your daily affirmations and journal prompts to so that you can go back and you can look. And so I always say put the date, the affirmation, in the journal prompt because we want to have a way to measure what we're doing. And it's just like when a person is wanting to lose weight, right? They can change the difference in their clothes, they can feel that, and they can give them a little bit of a measurement. But getting on the scale and looking at that as a digital measurement, they can come back and say, oh, yes, I've done this, right? And it's the same with life. We have to have some way to measure what's going on. And so by taking your affirmation in your journal prompt, putting the date with it, and actually taking the time to fill all this in, then you can come back and say, oh, wow, 6 months ago, I wanted to do this in my life. And oh my gosh, I've surpassed that. I mean, wouldn't that feel amazing to be able to go back and look and see? Because the thing is that, good morning, Stephanie, good morning, is that small hinges swing big doors. It's not the huge, big epiphanies that we do that create this huge change. It's the little incremental things that we do every day. And so, but they may make a huge change, but it's so insignificant in the moment. Like one of my favorite books is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. If you haven't read it, check it out. It is amazing. But one of the things that he talks about in there, and there's another one, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's a little similar. The thing is that if you eat a hamburger every single day, you can't see what it does to your body. But give it 6 months, give it a year, you might notice that you're starting to pack on the weight, right? But in the moment, it's imperceptible. And it's the same with a new habit that you're doing. When you first do it, do you notice any difference? No, it takes a little bit of time for it to show up. And so that's why it is really good to have your your journal or your notebook that's dedicated to this so that you can actually go back and look and see, wow, my thought process has changed. The limiting belief that I was struggling with right then, oh my gosh, I am so past that and I'm so grateful, right? We want to have a way to come back and look at it. All right, so once again, if you're not following me already, give me a follow. Tap the screen a little bit and give me some likes and some love, and share this out so that I can get to the 1,000 followers. The more people I can help with this, the better I feel in the whole process. Because I want one of the reasons why I switched and came over to TikTok to do this instead of my Facebook group is because TikTok, you guys are so receptive and you guys are just so into doing all of this stuff and so active that it just has this amazing appeal to be able to actually have people show up, to have people that are enjoying and getting benefit. And so, like I said, I'll be going live later today to share a little bit about this new thing. My friend Christine, who is here, she has challenged me for to do this new challenge. And so, one of the ways that I am able to make that happen is to get more followers. So I'll fill you in later. So keep watching, and you'll be notified when I go live if you're following. And then that way you can hear all the details because I'm going to ask you to come along and see my journey, but maybe you want to take the same journey. So you got to follow me so that you can get all the details, right? So now to our journal prompt. What belief or story about yourself are you ready to let go of? And what empowering truth will replace it with? Because one of the things that you should know is that you can't leave a void. You cannot remove a limiting belief without putting something in its place, because otherwise that limiting belief is really not gone and it's just going to keep rearing its little ugly head, right? So we want to thank you, Lisa, for sharing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Carla. Good morning. And like I said, if you're not following me already, give me a follow. Little John, good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to have you here. Angela Glass, good morning. Good morning. Carla, good morning. Thank you for joining. Give me a follow if you're not following already so that you get alerted when I do go live to give you all the little deets for the new challenge that I'm going to be part of. Mama Cass. Oh, I like that one. Elle, good morning. Good morning. So, what belief or story about myself am I ready to let go of? Ask yourself that. And what empowering truth will I replace it with? Because what you want to do is reflect on where that old belief came from, right? Good morning, Gigi. Good morning, good morning. And then how's it held you back? And imagine your life, how it will feel once you've released it. Because we have so many beliefs within us that did not come from us. They came from something that someone has said to us, an experience that we had, and we in our little child wisdom, because it's usually between birth and 7 that we get a lot of these beliefs that we have, somewhere in there, our little child brain took an idea or something that was said and said, oh, that means this is true about me. And we internalized it. I mean, there are brilliant people that think they're not smart because someone told them they weren't. And so they spend all of their life finding people that'll help them see that instead of noticing that they seem that they are smart and they start really saying, okay, was that person that said that to me, were they smart or were they trying to make me feel like I wasn't? So there's so much that goes on in our brains and it's just amazing. And so these are some ways that we can actually help to make a change in how we show up. for ourselves, right? So I've got the notes on my computer. That's why I keep looking over here. So I apologize for that, but hey, it is what it is, right? All right, so our affirmation once again. Good morning, Megan. So our affirmation once again is I welcome new beginnings with an open heart and release all beliefs that no longer serve my growth. I am free to rewrite my story. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning. If you're not following me, go ahead and give me a follow. Tap the screen, give me some love, and share this out. My goal is to not only to educate you and help you move forward, but to get 1,000 followers. And when you follow me, you'll be notified when I go live. And I'm going to be going live later today. I'm not sure what time. I can't say. But I've got a really cool thing that's coming up. I've been asked to be part of a challenge. And so I'm going to be sharing that information about that because I want you to share my journey with you, but I also want to invite you to come on the journey with me as well. And so it's going to be really cool to talk about. Erica, good morning. Good morning. Give me a follow if you're not following me already. Tap the screen, give me some love, and share this out. I'm trying to see what all this is saying. Let me click over here so I can see better. All right. Let me have a sip of my coffee. All right. So our affirmation once again, I welcome new beginnings with an open heart and release all beliefs that no longer serve my growth. I am free to rewrite my story. You are free to rewrite your story. If you don't like the things that are showing up in your world, in your life right now, you can make a change. And I'm here to help you do that, to help yourself do that, right? So take a deep breath in and just let that sink in. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. But let that deep breath just bring in this new story, right? You're capable of creating a new path forward no matter what's behind you, no matter what you see in front of you in this moment. It's a reflection of what your thoughts were and your feelings were yesterday, the day before, the week before, the month before, right? So it's not an instantaneous thing. So you change all these beliefs today, tomorrow doesn't magically poof, a brilliant thing because there is this residual effect of what we've been thinking. So it is you stay true to it and you start internalizing and going. Good morning, Virginia. Good morning. Thank you for joining. And then let's go to our journal prompt. What belief or story about yourself are you ready to let go of? So what have you been saying to yourself, or in in your mind you hear someone's voice that says something? And for me, I've been married twice. My first husband was notorious for telling me how I didn't complete things, and kind of didn't. But I began to learn, and this has been very recently, in the past year, I realized that it wasn't that I didn't complete things. I just had the gift of knowing when things weren't serving me. And it was like, this is a waste of my time, and I would move on. Or this is not as enjoyable as I thought it was, and I move on, right? Sometimes it's this is not the right time, and I move on, and then I may come back to it. But for whatever reason, my first husband had me believing that I was such a friggin' loser because I didn't complete things. But the interesting thing is, when the first time I remember anything like that going on wasn't with my first husband. It was with my grandmother, my father's mother, who was, I called her by her first name, if that tells you anything. Good morning, BU. Good morning. Good morning. So, when I was about to go to college, my father and I went over to my grandmother's house, his mother's house. Irene was her name. And I think there was some kind of gathering where a lot of people were there. I don't remember what the gathering was for. It could have been anything. But he told her, he said, "Well, Vicky's getting ready to go to college." And she looked at me. Now, she's the grandmother, right? Did she say, "Congratulations, I'm so excited. Where are you going to college?" No. Did she say, "Wow, that's amazing. I can't wait to see how it goes"? No. She said, "I don't know why. You won't finish." So that implanted that in my mind, right? And for whatever reason, I took that in and thought that was me. So it was inevitable that my first husband would tell me the same thing, right? Good morning, Flipper. Good morning. Because I had that belief now, and the only thing that comes from that belief is other things that help reinforce that belief, right? I share with my group all the time. We have 50 billion bits of information coming at us per second. 50 billion, because everything is energy, right? If you look at the space where you're at, and every single thing is giving you these energy pieces, that's a lot, right? You walk outside, every leaf on every tree, every blade of grass, every little bumblebee, every bird, every the clouds in the sky, everything is energy. Now your brain in its amazingness filters out the things that don't matter to you, the things that are not part of your world, right? And it gives you 2,000 bits of information per second. That's what you're privy to because of the beliefs and the thoughts that you have. So 50 billion bits of information out there, you see 2,000 bits. So what is it that brings the 2,000 bits to you? It's your beliefs. So would I, after this happened with my grandmother and I actually internalized it, yes, that's me. I never finish anything. Would it give me anything that proved opposite? No, because that was my belief system. So where in your world do you have a belief system that doesn't support you? Maybe you had my grandmother too, and she told you that. Maybe somebody told you you weren't pretty. Maybe somebody told you you weren't thin enough, you weren't fat enough, you weren't whatever, and you made that your world. And it's I'm looking at the time. Um, it is important to remember that the things that we believe about ourselves are somebody else's truth that we've internalized. And so we have to change our 2,000 bits of information by changing our beliefs of who we are. And it's just like if there's two people in a car, they're both in the back seat, they're both looking to the right side of the road, and the car's going down the road. It's not going real fast, so you can see the side of the road, right? Now, one person believes that the world is amazing and that everything works out to the best, and the other person thinks that the world's a dangerous place to be and that everything happens to them wrong. They have this really bad look at life. So the one that has the bad look at life, they're looking on the same side of the road. They're going to see the dilapidated house. They're going to see the carcass of the animal that got hit by a car. They're going to see the tree that has a broken limb. They're going to see the untidy stuff that maybe the people didn't get to yet with cleaning their yard. They're going to notice all the things that support their view of the world, right? Now, the other person has this amazing view of the world's an amazing place, and everything works out for the best. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything is a high, it just means that it is for the best. It's for their lessons, it's for their world, and everything turns out okay. right? Now they're going to notice the new toys that are there for the kids. They're going to notice the bird in the tree. They're going to notice the shutters that they just love the color of the shutters. But they're going to start seeing everything as they're going down the road that supports that. They're both seeing the exact same thing, but they're 2,000 bits of information that they believe about themselves is different. So when you are out and about, if everybody's being rude to you, take a look at what is your belief system. Did you have a bad morning? If you had a bad morning, you stubbed your toe and it's like, and you're so aggravated and upset, then something else is going to happen, give you that same feel. So maybe you need to just step back and take a few breaths, right? So if things are not happening to support you, it's time to let go of your beliefs about you and your life, right? Good morning, Karen. Good morning. So if you're not following me already, give me a follow. Tap the screen, give me a little bit of love. I would so appreciate it. And share this out with someone because my goal is to get to 1,000 followers. It's not just for 1,000 followers, it's to be able to get out here more and to share my message and help, right? And then if you're a follower, you're going to get notified when I go live because later today, good morning, Coco. Good morning, Madalena, Madeline. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. So later today, I'm going to go live because I have been asked by my good friend Christine to be part of this new challenge. And I want to invite you to come along. I'm going to share about the challenge, and then you can watch my journey in it. But I'm also going to invite you to go along this journey with me. Maybe you want to do it too. So you've just got to make sure you're following me so you get notified when I go live later today. And I'll share all the little details because it's going to be amazing. All right, so one more time, I'm going to tell you the affirmation and the journal prompt, and then I have to pop off of here because I have a client that I'm going to be getting to, and I will be back later today as promised. I just don't know when. Good morning, as a biker Cal. All right. So thank you for being here. So once again, make sure you put this in your journal, your notebook, and put your affirmation on a piece of paper, stick it somewhere that you're going to see it today. Um, Good morning, Roxanne. Good morning. All right, so the affirmation is I welcome new beginnings with an open heart and release all beliefs that no longer serve my growth. I am free to rewrite my story. Oof, delicious, right? And then the journal prompt. What belief or story about yourself are you ready to let go of? And what empowering truth will I replace it with? Now, what I always recommend is, like I said, write out the date, the affirmation, the journal prompt in your journal, in your notebook, and then you say it out loud with emotion. Volume's not important, but you can add volume if you want to. But actually, give it some emotion. And then I want you to set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and just tap into the silence. And that doesn't mean your mind's not going everywhere. It will. That's just human nature, right? But it means that you focus on your breath and you're quieting all of that chatter so that you can hear the inner voice, the God voice, your intuition, your gut, your subconscious mind. You can hear this information and utilize it, right? Because most of the time we are so busy in our minds, we can't hear all the inner guidance that's coming up. It's like it's so distant, we can't even hear. Good morning, Cookie. Good morning. Good morning. So when the timer goes off, well, wait a minute. Before I go there, when your mind is on doing all the chatter, all you have to do is focus back on your breath. Just breathe in, breathe out. And then when you notice the chatter again, you just come back to your breath. And then when the timer goes off, you have this deeper connection to your inner guidance. So when you put your pen and your pencil in your hand, there's this connection that flows and you can just start writing. So write out everything that shows up, no matter what it is. Sometimes it doesn't sound like it has a doggone thing to do with anything. Doesn't matter. Write it down. Do not criticize, do not filter, just write. It's just for you, right? So what belief or story about yourself are you ready to let go of? There's probably some stories in there that have been showing up for you for a long time, but you haven't really recognized that that's what's going on. This gives you the chance to actually pull that stuff out. And then you can shine a light on it and say, ooh, that belief, I don't want to believe that anymore. So then you look at it and you say, okay, if that's a belief I don't want anymore, what empowering truth can I replace it with? So you'll have a column on the left of the beliefs that you found that maybe you're not ready, haven't been ready to see, but now you can. And then on the right side, you write down what is the new belief that you choose, that you want from that. Now, I tell everyone, if you have a hard time with that, just reach out. You can go into my DMs and say, I loved the affirmation and journal prompt this morning, but I have some beliefs and I'm not sure how to redo those. Reach out. You can actually go into my link tree and you can have, and that reminds me, is my link tree actually listed up there? Oh no, I'll have to look. But you go into my link tree and you can set up a call. And you can see in my link tree some hypnosis sessions. There are so much in there that would be beneficial to you. So I will be looking to make sure I've got my link tree in my description. But this has been amazing this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the follows. And if you're not following me yet, please give me a follow. And then give me a little bit of love, tap the screen, and then share this out. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know that if you're following me, pay attention because later today, I don't know what time, I'm going to be hopping on again and explaining and sharing with you about the challenge that my friend Christine has invited me to be part of. And I want to take you on my journey, but I also want to offer you the ability to do the same challenge. So it's going to be amazing. You're going to want to be part of it. And if you don't want to be part of that and do it yourself, you can enjoy watching me do the journey. And then you can make a decision. Maybe you want to do it on your own. Who knows? But make sure that you watch for my live later today, and we will talk about all the deliciousness that's coming up. All right. So you have an exceptionally blessed day rewriting your story, making sure that your 2000 bits support the life that you choose. All right. Love you guys.